Hello fans of Marvel Heroes, today let's talk about Luke Cage. My name is Wilfred Wong, and if you like this guide, link below, there's a lot more guides for you to watch. Luke Cage is probably one of the more dated hero we have in this game, if not the most. But having said that, doesn't mean that he's not effective in a single target environment. In fact, his single target scenario is really strong. I haven't re-geared him up, really a lot of effort in gearing him up, but the timing beat a lot of my best hero that I have. So that goes without saying. Single target, Luke Cage really wins the game. But because of the fact that he's a little bit dated, I'll talk a little bit about his weaknesses in just a bit. It doesn't make him really an all-rounded kind of hero. Now, if you look at Luke Cage, there aren't a lot of build variety at all. On paper, there are quite a lot of options, but in reality, there isn't, because if you don't do a dual finisher build, which is what I'm going to introduce to you as the most effective build, if you do just one single finisher, like probably maybe Daredevil or She-Hulk or whatever, it's not going to fly. The DPS is going to be so low down the road that you thought there's something wrong with your hero or you. No, there isn't. You have to do something you have to pick up more than one finisher. And why is it so? Because there's a passive called the Combo Fighter. The Combo Fighter will buff the massive amount of attack speed, very good amount of crit, or alright amount of flat damage. So depending on which finisher you have, then it buff for 10 seconds. So in a way, it plays like Iron Fist as well. Iron Fist play like him as well, put it this way, because Iron Fist has something called twin styles, which I like. So for Luke Cage, if you want to play him effectively, you have to alternate in a little bit between the two finisher to keep the buff up. Unfortunately though, being a very data hero, you can't even see the buff here on this side, unlike Iron Fist that you know what is happening. You don't even know which buff is on, so you have to imagine, right? So what about try finisher build? If two finisher give you two buff, then the third one will give you even better. No. But unfortunately, because of the whole animation, the end result is no. The answer is not. So you have to pick two finisher. So I say, okay, within two finisher, we have three possibilities, three different combinations. Turns out that two of them is actually not that viable. So you're left with two finisher. So now, why I mentioned about the whole dated hero is that his weaknesses are as follow. First and foremost, his fundamental stat is very high. This is before all the procs come in. If you start hitting something, and you can go up to like 50. So the damage reduction is really high as a defense hero. He should be great. But I also learned from this game, in recent time, that even after the damage defense review, the newer heroes has a lot of ability to avoid damage, like Black Cat, Deadpool, Magic. They have all these Iron Fist, all this power that just keep swinging around. And when you do that, the boss cannot hit you. They will lose interest and they will hit someone else instead. So when you do that, you drop the aggro in a little bit. Luke Cage doesn't have that. And so that made me appreciate the newer heroes a lot better, because the new hero demands you to go in and out of certain movement. And when you move around, you don't really get hit. You can dodge manually. But Luke Cage is just, you have to stand there and just tank the whole thing. And it just doesn't fly at all. So although fundamental is good, but it doesn't work out that way. And from a gearing perspective, though, he has one particular tree that is more on the there's a summoner tree, but he's also from the data era whereby the summoner has an identity crisis, and that reflects in Luke Cage as well. So in a way, he plays like Daredevil, and also he plays like Iron Fist. So if you like Daredevil, Iron Fist kind of thing, then Luke Cage is probably one of the hero that the ancestor of the other two build. Alright, so now the next bit of the video is to talk about the rotation first. Alright. Before I head over to the Cosmic Danger Room, would like to show you a little bit of his rotation, because it's a little bit fast paced and you may get a little bit confused when you're inside the Danger Room. Alright, so now here's something called the Manslaughter. This is somewhat like the Devil's Deal of Daredevil. It immediately gives you 5 combo points to spend. And the first thing you do is cage fighting, because that gives you that give you the buff to the attack speed. And after that, you just keep whacking, and after that do the drop kick. Now the 2 buffs are on. All right, so now you have 2 buffs, attack speed and the crit as well. And that is about it. And you can call the heroes as well. Heroes call. I know some guys out there may advise you after calling the heroes, then immediately you call your Misty back, or whichever team hero that you use. I would not advise upon that. I would advise that only after your signature duration expires, then you summon your Misty or whoever heroes that you like to side by side with you. Why? Because my hero's call is rank 40, while my Misty Knight is only rank 21, right? So I wouldn't want to spend a kind of I wouldn't want to override my signature Misty with the the more inferior Misty. But in any case, it's summon ally damage. It's not going to help you a great deal. That's what I feel, right? And if you may, you also can mix with the bell buckle, because it gives you the vulnerability every 5 seconds. So it's more like, because the whole cycle here, if you do the attack speed buff, is about 2.8 or 2.9 seconds versus Daredevil, which is 2.4 seconds, so it's a little bit slower. You could mix that in it every other rotation, if you recall. If not, then that's fine too. I mean, just a little bit extra. So when it comes rotation wise, always signature, then throw your card in, then start with I start with cage fighting first. By the way, I changed the other 2 order. But always do that first, and after that the card come in, then whichever one is fine. The difference between the 2 is not a lot, but I still prefer the Harlem Dropkick because of the shorter duration. Okay, then a card can go in after that. And now you can mix a little bit of the bell, so that you can, it's just something that throw the card in, then Dropkick, right? So every 2 of them you can do so you can actually have the cage fighting together with the car as well, if so you wish to. All right. So but then sometimes it's very hard. All these things are just sometimes by feel. So long as you alternate between the 2, either one is fine. Not to worry. All right. So now with that said, I hope that you got some idea on how to sort of play Luke Cage. And here we go. I'm going to head into the Cosmic Danger Room. This is not going to be a really tough one. Just something that I'm comfortable in playing. I'm running out of Danger Room that I can show you guys already. And also, I'm going to use a health costume as well, for a reason that you probably will see later. I think I'm more comfortable in this kind of environment so okay, what do I need to do? I always have to eliminate the big board. Okay, so I'm just going to just head there. So immediately, I think you probably agree that playing Luke Cage requires a lot of patience, because when he walks, it just takes too long. It doesn't really and it eats up a lot of spirit as well as he move around. So he's slow and steady. And let's see what I can do. Maybe I can summon. Okay, so this is a guy. So I do that like that here. I have to be careful though. This one hits really hard. I can't really see. I have to be really careful on this one. All right. I don't know why I can't summon my signature. No. Right. Let's just let's get a little bit serious here. Oh yeah. Now I know why I can't do signature, because that is the. I think I need to somehow dispatch the thing. So I mean, there are many ways to dispatch all these things here. All right. So wow, let's get out from here. Don't get drilled, man. This drill is no joke. So after that, I throw a car. All right. Let me just get this in. All right. So that is completed. Whoa! What hit me so hard? I don't know. No ideas. Okay, I just need to sort of make sure that all these things are done up, and I mean his single target is really fantastic. It's just that the problem is always the area ones. All right, so and okay, I have some World Stone over there, by the way. Okay, Harlem Dropkick. All right, man, cage fighting, and right, that's it. And there's something that I need to pick up the other side. Hey, what am I doing? See, That's why there's another there's another range power as well, which I think is actually better in this sort of scenario. It just it takes a while to do the area if you want to do an area, so it doesn't really work the same way that in some other heroes. So I don't know, man. Sometimes I think that one is more like Cage was here. I don't know, man. The problem is that I'm being rooted here, and it really kind of hurting me as well. So I actually would think that the other range power is quite useful as well. Yeah, but in a patrol environment, it's actually quite good for that one. All right. So oops. Okay, there are more to come, and let's just do cage fighting, and all right. Yeah, single target I have no issue, man. I know that he can make it on single target. All right. Yeah, maybe I just do a one by one, man. All right, so that's done. Wow, this is a boss. I don't want to do a aim boss here. Hey. Yeah, I mean, in this sort of situation, I mean, the Deadpool kit is really cool, man. It sort of like freezes all the bosses and everybody. Okay, done. So this is dispatched. Okay, more to come. Man, I need some area. I know that I could spend some of this, like, power combo point, but I just need the area damage, like, at that very instant. So I did what I have to do. Okay, another area. Okay, and after that, what should I do? Wrong button. All right. So I mean, the cage was here does have a lot of, like, kind of like huge, but then you can't just keep spamming this power. I think it's pretty boring if I do that. Yeah. See, it doesn't quite work out, huh? Okay, let me get some crit and do the cage here again. Yep. So that is his. Wow, this hurts, man. Maybe I shouldn't play with cage was here. Oh, because of the. Okay, so now it's rotation time and get a bit of, like, wow, this is really hurting me, huh? Wow, hang on a second. Okay. Now you know why I have to use a health costume, huh? Okay, so that is done, and the Deadpool kid is just getting distracted. Still way more things to go. Maybe I just do this one here. Okay, buff my crit, and now do like Well, I mean, these are the AOE of Luke Cage, and dump another AOE, get my buff on the crit, and I mean, basically that is what I mean. It does have a really huge range, man. When we talk about all this crit and whatnot because of the buff from the Harlem drop kick. I think, why about this, man? Come on, nah, I don't want to, like, I might just do it. Okay. So when it comes to single target, I mean, there's really no problem with Luke Cage. It's kind of nice. It's always the area that got me a bit, like, Alright, done. Let me just sort this thing out as well. Why am I doing that as well? Alright, so it's a lot big number. I see Luke Cage. Some of you like to see big number when you play this game. I mean, this is not with the crit damage kind of like costume. Imagine if I have that, I'm using that, it probably a lot more, like, fantastic there. Alright, so, okay, do a job. Okay, man. See, Deadpool is so useful. Okay, man, just like, well, man. Nah, I can't keep doing this. This is really nonsense. Come on. Alright, done. Simulation completed. No defeat yet. Well, it's a simple one anyway. Alright, next bit. This is round 2, and I need to rescue the 3 group of civilian. Alright, I will just get there when I get there. Where are they? Oh, it's over there, is it? Ah. Maybe I just talk to them, right? That's it? Yeah. It's just some totem. Why do I even bother with totem, man? Come on, I need to click on. I can't. I swear, I'm just trying to save this girl, man. This is so frustrating. Sometimes this game I can't even click on things. forget it. Let me just get rid of it. Okay, maybe that's the whole idea. You're not supposed to skip stuff. You're supposed to do stuff. Okay, now on to the next bit, which is the man. I mean, there's a lot of click going on, huh? If you like to see a red number, blue number, red number, yellow number, whatnot. Okay, man. Cage was here. And Cage was here. Wow, this is no joke. I can't. This is like, this is the. I don't think he has any kind of like area damage. It's just kind of like a meh, huh? Okay, so I mean, when it comes to the area part of it, just make sure that you do all these things, buff yourself a little bit, and after that, okay, done. Buff your crit. Always buff the crit rather than attack speed. Attack speed doesn't affect your cage was here. All right, so that's done. Last group, and I should be okay. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I would actually use Jessica Jones for tougher content, but just that her costume is so, it's just not nice. Her costume, so yeah. I mean, in this in Luke Cage environment kind of thing. So okay, let me just get rid of this thing and the right. So done. We have a brute as well. Okay, done. I think. Wow. So I'm just going to like spam my cage was here. I don't know whether it's a good idea. Probably not a good idea, huh? Maybe I just, you know what? Let's just forget it. I mean, there's another kind of like a. All right, just rotation time. So yeah, I mean, also sometimes you may be finding a little bit odd that how come I don't do certain things, or with my combo point. Just that sometimes the whatever I do, like just now I missed it because it was just a little bit far away. So it sometimes when I'm not looking at the screen, so I kind of didn't quite know whether I fire it off or not. Do I have enough like combo point? So on that regard, it's actually quite like quite hard in some sense. Because it just can't see. I can't really feel whether I've done my finisher or not, because the animation is still there, but it doesn't consume my point because I didn't hit anything. So now it's the wizard. I can't show you the ultimate because it's disabled by this danger room. But it's fine, man. You don't really see a lot on what he does anyway. So okay, rotation time. All right, invulnerability, and then this one, this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Drop kick. I can even swap my kind of costume actually. All right, and drop kick, and oh man, I missed that cage fighting. Drop kick. Add a bit of invulnerability debuff if I can. Next one is going to be the cage fighting, and that's it. Yeah. So, man, I mean, funny thing about Danger Room is that what is exciting is really not the boss fight, is the trash mob leading to boss fight, unless it is like a double death strike kind of thing or double curse kind of thing. Otherwise, I mean, it shouldn't be that way. I mean, the way that the design. So 2 boxes here. This time around close to each other so you don't miss it. Like sometimes I miss it, like because it's so far away somewhere. So alright, cool. What I'll do, I'll go back to the training room, talk a little bit about his build and as well as his gear, right? I hope you enjoyed watching the Cosmic Danger Room with Luke Cage a little bit different, right? I mean, not all heroes are the same. Now, the build itself is, like I said before, it's going to be very generic. You find it everywhere. It's almost all the same. But I'll give you some insight on why I pick certain things and what other options you may have. All right. Looking at the street brawling, the only spender that you probably would use is the crowbar beat down, because it does have the the buff to against the bosses and elite. It's a very old design, so pick that. Really no brainer. I don't do Yang. It's just not like. It doesn't really make sense. Then it's either Cage was here or the Chungo Concrete. Both has its pros and cons. Cage was here. root him onto one spot. So before that even fire, you already eat like 1 second, 2 second worth of damage. Versus something that nowadays all heroes will just deal the damage first or even stun, right? It doesn't do that at all. So that's pretty not ideal. The other one is the Chang'o Concrete. It's the same DPS if you look at single target or just the target itself. The good thing about Chang'o Concrete is that you immediately deal damage, but the not so good thing about it is that it does only a front kind of like one line damage. It doesn't really like Cage Was Here hit a lot of stuff. So in the patrol environment, I would say, you know, Cage Was Here is really good, but in the danger room environment, I would say probably I'll go for the Chang'o Concrete, but that's only my take. Whether you want to mix in bell buckle or not, it is really, really optional. Don't stress yourself if you do not wish to have bell buckle. That is fine. Without it, it's okay. Cage fighting, like I said, is a really good kind of finisher because why? You have this combo fighter passive. They give you the 79% attack speed before my gear. With my gear is even higher. The Harlem dropkick is actually my favorite finisher. It hit a little bit better than the cage fighting. You can test out yourself, but when you test out, do remember one thing: do not put any points here because you cannot see the true power. Because anyway, you're going to pick two finisher. Doesn't really matter which one has a better passive. I mean, arguably, of course, this one has a better passive, but you know, it's just purely on itself. I don't think it's a lot of difference. I'll probably do a dropkick more often, but the two is fine. You can alternate between the two. This one is max it. It's just the manslaughter kind of thing. Give you the extra combo point, 4 combo point. All right. What else is there to talk about? I don't really need to. I don't think I want to put too much things here because a lot of those stats are not really that great. Like the total defense or total defense, these are not really good stats. At least from my experience in the calculation and so on. The flat is alright. It's not as good as dodge, but it is what it is. And on the other side, one point here, give you a little bit more extra credit fund. With the gear, it looks a little bit better. And of the 4 heroes, each has its own pros and cons. And I think I enjoy Misty better because of the area damage that she does as a special power, the shockwave, versus the other ones. So I think Luke Cage is really, really lacking in area. So having any extra bit of area would help. So I would like. I mean, even you know what? I mean, it's really strange. I rely on my team up to do area damage when Deadpool does his like cooldown that set a bomb down and like blast off everybody. I rely on him to do area damage. Strange, huh? And then the one point here is fine. I mean, some allied damage. Like I say, what a joke. Anyhow, tactical defense. Now, I tried the summoner build, by the way, and you're supposed to refresh it every 5 seconds. You can refresh the special ability of the team up or the heroes. But it doesn't work that way. I mean, what I really wish though, guys, is that there would be a specialization whereby with heroes for higher specialization, I can actually summon all 4 of them for as long as I want. The 4 of them will come out as my heroes for hired, and this one makes sense a lot because then all 4 of them will get refreshed. And then the signature, I think they can do something better with the signature, with something else instead of this guy here. I mean, I don't think, this one is a good. I mean, this one would not be good for the other 2, future specializations anyway, right? I mean, so, but that is how I would design anyhow. All right. So the in terms of the gear wise, I mean, let me just put back everything for you guys. And artifacts, I'm not going to talk too much about it. I've got recently I've got another video on the best artifact guide. I'm using things like will benefit both the range and melee because there's still 1 power on the ranged. So it's not a bad one. I would say not a bad one at all. I like this guy. I mean, it's not really that great, but with all the right rolls is actually pretty alright. I use curse because majority of the power is melee. But if you if you want to max and mins everything, then you pick something physical power instead, right? Metasensory or Nano Poison and Hand of Doom, anyhow. I mean, check out that video on that Hella Blessing. All right. Relics wise, anything goes really. If you really like Luke Cage, I think it's crit damage rating because he does have 1 power there's a range power, and this one hits pretty hard as well. So So yeah, I mean that's something you should consider. Euroforge is a physical. I have a lot of Sith rune lying around. So this one again, it doesn't benefit the range power, but that's fine because it does have the physical damage component to it. Grey 70 is Gungnir. Grey 80 is the axe. Ring wise, getting something nice. This one is just so. Right? Unique wise, that's all. I mean, these are all the things he does, and there are some other unique that he uses as well. But I prefer this one. The other one is summon ally damage. I think you don't want to do that. I have two costumes. One is health. One is crit damage rating. Whichever makes sense for you, use it. I think if I were to use the crit damage gear just now, I probably would have gotten maybe 1 or 2 defeat. I don't know, because sometimes his health dropped for quite a fair bit because he does stand still quite a fair bit. I mean, this is quite a nice crit damage rating as well, huh, guys? I mean, that's pretty nice. And now I have 2 of them. Look, I have like let me just summon this guy up as well. All right, so cute. Right, so this is the pet fixes. And I think in closing, thank you for watching. In closing, sometimes when you play a game, you just want something different, and Luke Cage is definitely something different. Very effective when it comes to single target. I have no doubt about it. And did I have fun? Yeah, I mean, I think I had fun as well, because just the fact that his single targets is so strong. I mean, and that kind of excites me as well. Just hope that his defense is a little bit better in terms of the skill design, make it more fun. Some specialization, some buff that I can see over here would be good. Try finisher would be good as well. Try finisher build would be good as well. So I don't know, man. I hope that got enough idea for Gazillion to work on Luke Cage. I don't know how he will get revealed. I think Gazillion has this history of ruining my guide by, after I publish a guide, and within 1 or 2 weeks time or months time, there's a hero set review. I will do it all over again. But anyway, I welcome all these challenges. So see you next time. Goodbye.